Can you hear me now? Does that work? Welcome all. How good to have everyone here with us today. I was thinking, what am I going to talk about today? Um, because I'm always guided. I don't always know what it's going to be. And I've learned to trust that a lot. But I've been getting a lot of messages about creating your world, your world within your heart and living there and holding the power that you have and the gifts that you have available all the time because you're in your world rather than in the world that's crumbling and swinging around and doing all kinds of wild things right now. And I said, oh, that's a good theory. I like the theory. However, how do we do that? My goodness, how do we do that? And they said, well, first of all, you've got to slow down. Well, I don't like that. And I said, yes, you need to slow down. I said, why? Because you're missing half of life. Oh, I said, ooh, I thought I had a pretty full life. I'm looking forward to the biggie. I really am. So know that there's even more. You know, our gifts are piled waiting for us. And we're here worried in this little frame instead of just so we're going to work on just opening our hearts today and starting to say, I want this in my world. I want this in my world. This is not allowed in my world, and start to really make choices because this planet is all about choice. You can either dive in or you can stay away. Some of us put one toe in the water occasionally. We're all good at sort of, oh, I don't care for that. I think I'm just going to disappear. Don't do that. Our world needs you right now more than ever before to do this transition. This is a phenomenal transition. And there is so much energy that says, yes, this is the time to do it. That's why you're all here now. That's why we came down, is to celebrate the transition back to a collaborative, loving thing, kind of a life. And there are four words they said to start with in your heart. And they were part of a meditation around the world yesterday. And those words were peace. So we start with peace. I am peace. I hold peace in my heart. Peace is around me, surrounds me, supports me. Make a story about your peace. When it comes, how it comes. Mhm. Okay. So we have this wonderful circle of peace around this whole room right now. Can you feel it? Because you all were thinking of peace. That's how powerful we are. And we're just beginning. We haven't even trusted ourselves yet to know that we can call in exactly what we need to call in. And the more we do that, the more that peace starts to radiate out, 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 out to the rest of our world. And yesterday at 10 o'clock in the morning, we had a meditation from all around the world. And one of the words we meditated on was peace. So it's vibrating. So as I'm talking about it now, it's coming in from all over the world. So let it come in. Let it be a part of who we are. Let us be the ones that say, we are. We are the new earth. We are what is. Mhm. And hold that dearly and powerfully. And then the second word to work with is love. And start with self. I am love in human form. Now breathe that in. I am love in human form. Let it tingle your fingers and your toes. Can you feel it all through your body? That's how you begin to build your world inside. Okay. I love. I am loved. Feel the love coming into you. We are always supported, we're never alone, and we are always loved. That's part of the new world, you see. Ah. And the third word was, interestingly enough, unity. We are one. We are all one. Each one that's expressing a different part of the one. So we don't throw people out because they're thinking differently or acting weird for a change, you know. It's sometimes hard because some of them kind of invite you to go into those old expressions that keep us from building our new world. There's three of those. One is get mad. The second is go victim and feel sorry for yourself. And the third thing to watch out for is to ignore what is. Okay? Those three things will help you stay in creation of your own world, they said. So know that when you hear one of those, you just say, honey, that's not our new world. How about we find another way of responding? It's not easy. There's a lot of invitations to go many ways right now. And for each of you, it's to stay true to you and what you know is the world you want to be in. You can have it. There's no reason not to. And it doesn't matter what that 3D world is doing. The more we hold our center and our presence, the better the world will be for it. And we go from there and then trust the universe that where we're going is where we're going. Oh, that I have to add a fourth. I know, and that is control. No, we don't control. It's really great to say, God, you go first, I'll follow. Don't lead the way, folks. We have no idea how to lead the way. So let that one go. We are not in control. We're at choice. And so if you're going in a direction you're not wanting to go in, make a different choice. That's all you have to do. And that you are entirely responsible and powerful about. And that fourth word was respect. Starting with what? Self-respect. Are you respecting yourself? Are you talking yourself out of things you know you want to be doing? You know you want to give these gifts to the world. Don't hold yourselves back. Each day, each step you take is part of your sacred journey. Make it sacred. Take your power. And as you do that, your world inside of your heart will thrive and be joyful. And what happens is, we're magnetic, this wonderful magnetic self. What do we attract when we're there? All these other beautiful beings who are also creating their new world in their hearts. And that's how things can work. Because we can't legislate love. We can't legislate any of the four things I've said. Those are all personal choices. Those are all things that need to start from within and then be expressed out in the world with your personality, the way you need to do it. Whether it be quiet, I'm quite an introvert, believe it or not. I do come up and talk occasionally, but I have to kind of get myself going to do that. But whether you're an introvert or an extrovert, it doesn't matter what your job is. It doesn't matter how old you are or what you're doing. Stay in that world that you're creating. Stay in that presence with yourself. Don't take that away from yourself. Let yourself have that every moment of every day. Well, you know how that goes. It's not going to be every moment yet. And keep that word yet in your mind because it's a growing thing. It doesn't happen all at once. Of course not. And you're not going to be perfect at it because you're already perfect. So, how can you change from what you are? So, stop thinking you have to be something else. That is one of the most confusing things. And I think that's one of those adversarial plants. Oh, okay. So that you don't just step into your power and be who you are. You are all miraculous beings. And you all have the power to make a difference, both in your own lives, in the lives of the people around you. And what more satisfying thing is there to be than to connect heart to 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 heart. This is a recording to heart to heart to heart to heart. So you may have the song in your mind, but you're also going to have to heart to heart to heart in your mind. And it's a reminder of what your world is, who you are, what you want to be, who you're going to be. Oh, I don't think I'm going to get up and hug people today. That's a big job. Oh my gosh. Oh, but it feels so good when I do it. Think about those things. Think about how often you sort of hold back when you're glad to see somebody and you don't let them know it. You just kind of nonchalant about it, but you're really glad to see them, you know? Oh, I don't want to be too excited. Got to watch that. You know, we have to control ourselves. You know that. Oh my God, you might be happy all the time. What would happen if you were laughing and everybody else was crying? They'd have a choice, and you're providing the choice. You are folks who are here to walk across the bridge first. Okay? What does that mean? That means you need to do by demonstration what your heart knows the world needs. Hmm? Oh, by demonstration. Oh, bummer. No, somebody else is going to do it for us. Absolutely not. And stop thinking anyone can. I can't. No one can make anyone else happy. No one can make anyone else sad, believe it or not. Well, if you get punched in the stomach, you might that way physically, you know. But I mean, on an emotional level, you are in charge of you. And if you aren't where you want to be, don't blame it on anyone, even yourself. Just say, my new world will not keep that in it anymore. Okay. I will do my best to throw that out because it no longer serves. We are here to be in service. But remember, in service means in service of self as well as others. We can't just be in service of others. We have to start valuing ourselves. If we don't value ourselves, and that's not narcissistic, you know, I want everything for me and everybody should do something for me. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about you being responsible for your own heart, for what you need. Many years ago, I had a social work teacher who I loved, and she used to say, you need 12 hugs a day to be happy. That was back in the 70s, believe it or not. Oh, it's actually been more than 40 years, folks, but we sort of left it there. ah, so this is such an exciting time for us to start doing this. And here I am. And you say, oh, no, you know, I've been this way all my life. I can't imagine being any way different. Well, here's the thing. I'm going to be 80 this year, and I'm still starting over, okay? So know that it's not age that keeps you from being who you are. It's sometimes a little fear about, oh, what will people think of me? It doesn't matter. Will you respect you? Will you value you? Will you understand that your love is important to you and to others? If your love is important to a special partner in your life and you aren't giving that same amount of love to yourself, guess what? It's out of balance. One of the things that pulls us out of the new world is lack of balance. So put balance in your new world because that really helps. And I'm talking about that balance. That's that eternity symbol. And there's all little places on it that are different things that required in order to have balance. It's not scales anymore, folks. That's part of survival, right? Oh, I'm going to move the scale this way. I'm going to move the scale this way. But it's still, very seldom in total balance. Well, now you've got maybe 30 things to think about, or however many holes you have in your eternity symbols. Can be more than that, can be less. Start with anything you think of that doesn't feel in balance. And ask for balance in your world. Ask for your guides to tell you when you're out of balance. Because I don't know about you, but sometimes I'm out of balance. I don't even know it. I think I'm just fine until I look and I'm tilted, you know? So, so do pay attention to that. Be aware of where you're at and use your breath. Make sure breath is in that new world. Nice breaths, where you take that 3 breaths in and really let your lungs, all 3 lobes of your lungs just stretch. And as you breathe this way, you breathe this way, and guess what? You connect with all that is. You connect with spirit. It just works that way. So if you're not feeling connected, do some breathing. If you're not feeling connected with a partner, get them to breathe with you. It's a wonderful way to get close again. It's a wonderful way to remind each other what world you're living in. So instead of doing one of those 3 things, get mad, go victim, or pretend it isn't happening. That's a lot of what I see when I start working with relationships that we have to throw out and start being real with each other and start being present with each other. Presence is the key to developing your new earth. Okay. Presence with yourself, presence with whomever you're with, whenever you're there. So my heart's going, woo, because I've got so many people to be present with. Woo! And how exciting is that? And to think that that's all it takes. Stop thinking it's got to be some miraculous something. It's not going to be that way. It's going to be like a dripping water faucet, And all of a sudden, the bowl is filled. Okay. So, and if you're having a day where you're not feeling connected, start to anchor in with people you can get to that connection place with, and make sure you touch bases with them when you're needing that. It's very important as part of the new earth to at least have 10 minutes a day where you're not thinking about anything. That is not easy to do. I've been working on that practice, folks. My goodness, it's amazing what you can think about when you're trying not to think. Oh my goodness. Did you ever notice that? All of a sudden you're off and, oh my, where did I go now? Oh my. So know that that's what's going to happen. And say, oh, honey, you're just in one of those. Come on, let's get back to center here. Utilize your pets because your pets know how to love. They're a little ahead of us in the love department. And they're here to teach us. So don't think you're training your animals. They're training you. They're teaching you a lot. Mm-hmm. So all this is we're getting right now is, what would happen if we all kept in sync with each other? And we all let each other know, let's hold love for this today. Oh, I'm worried about over here. Let's put some love over there. If you're worried about another part of the world, put love above and below them every day until you're not worried anymore. Don't just do it once. Oh, I did that 3 days ago. I can't do that again. Didn't work 3 days ago. How do you know it didn't work? How do you know you didn't reach half the people? Doesn't matter if you reached everyone. It's not about that. It's given all folks a choice. When love is available, we are a choice. Hmm? And new solutions come from that. And in my heart, there's a lot of new solutions happening where people value people, where people respect people, where I know, oh, we're all part of what's going on. And we're all valuable and we're all important, including me. I used to keep myself out of that equation. Oh, you don't need anything. You have such a wonderful life. How could you possibly think you should have more than you have right now? Ooh, I had a lot of that stuff. A few of you might have some of that yourself. One of my biggest challenges has been to put receiving as a significant place in my new world, because I would just keep going until was exhausted, and then I would recharge. And then I'd keep going, and then I'd recharge. And now my goal is to roll. Not up and down, but just to roll. Hmm? Remember, I don't know if you had that. I grew up in the Midwest, and we have a lot more grass than out here. But we used to like to roll down the hill. It wasn't so hard as it is out here with all the rocks. But but it was great, as a kid. Oh, wow. How cool is that? How do we forget that when we get older? I don't know. I don't think I want to roll down a hill anymore. But I do want that experience of that freedom of rolling down the hill. I've also has to deal with some handicap. And so I can't do the things that I used to always do to feel better. Go for a walk. I was fanatical. My friends, I would get to wherever I was going and they'd say, we're going to stop at the park here, Luce, and let you walk for a while. Because they knew I would be all the people in the airports and all the people on the plane. Um, I, I had a lot of thoughts and experiences in my head by the time I'd get somewhere. So I thought, well, why did the old part of me would have said, why was this taken away from me? I must have been a bad person somewhere along the line, and this is my punishment. And they said, no, we just need you to stop moving so fast. Breathe more, because you have a big load to hold with your being. And I tell you, each person in here has a big load to hold in their being. And in order to be able to do that in a joyful and loving way, we have to slow down so we can bless each step we take, each breath we take. Hmm? Feel the power of who you are. It's quiet. It's not loud. It's not angry. It's not pushy. It's just is. You don't have to magnify it or shrink it. Just let it be. Stop thinking it's going to be anything else but what it is. I have a dear person I work with who's been having the worst nightmares of torture and all kinds of awful nightmares. So I don't know what I did wrong. I said, nothing. They just called upon you. She's pretty empathic to clear some of the stuff that's going on the planet. I'm sorry. It's your job. Also grateful it wasn't mine this time. Yeah. But no, if something like that comes up, it's because they need to borrow you for a while and ask you to help process what's the heaviness by adding love. That's all you need to do to it. You don't have to do any actions. You just need to be your loving self and allow that to come forward rather than fear or anger or something else. You don't have to fight for your energy. You don't have to fight for your power. It's there. It came in the moment you were born. Matter of fact, it was there before you were born. And we raised our hands. I'll do that job. And I think, why did I raise my hand for that? What was I thinking? Hmm? So know that that's where we're at right now. A new beginning, new. If you're being invited to, you'll go to places you've never been before. There's something there that you need to connect with that will increase and support who you are. So pay attention. If you're watching television, if you're watching your computer and you're watching YouTube, always ask before you watch something. Please tell me, what is the gift in here for me? What is it that I need to know that will support my new world in my heart? So I invite you all to step into your power, be who you are, slow down, and use, and in the beginning, practice receiving as if you had a straw and you were sipping it in, because that's about how much we can take in the beginning. I've been talking to people about sending moonbeams rather than straight light because people don't resist moonbeams. Send moonbeams to yourself and see if that isn't easier than just saying, oh, I love myself. I love myself. Oh, that feels narcissistic. Oh, and any of you who have any diagnostic stuff in their head, it's real interesting. Because there's a lot about diagnosis that doesn't support people at their highest. But anyhow, that's another whole story. So don't get hooked in any of that. The only reason that a diagnosis is useful is how can I love that part of me? Okay. What do I need to do so I can love that part of me? Period. So here we are. Yes. And I invite you all to take in this incredible spring until the fifth winter comes, as we say. Savor each step you take. Slow down. When you're with someone, make sure you make that connection. Get yourselves down to the lake. The whole east side, if you'll go in the afternoon, there's this incredible golden path right across our lake. Isn't that amazing? Oh, and what is that? Your future. Hmm? Have you committed to that future with a new earth inside of you? If you haven't, I highly recommend it because it feels really good. Okay. So it's okay, no matter how old you are, to learn how to be who you are and to savor that, to love that, to value that, and to know that's your gift you get to share with others. So share on, my friends. I know you can all do this. And I'm so looking forward to safe places where we can just share our inner new earths with each other. Blessings to you. So if you'll all just take a moment to wiggle a little bit, get yourself comfortable. Get any, breathe in love and light from God, and breathe out love and appreciation for all that is. And let's do 3 nice breaths from the central sun to our sun to the top of our head, our heart center, our chi center, out our feet and down to the sun in the center of the earth. Oh, very nice. Bringing that, all that beautiful love and kindness down. There you go. And then 3 nice breaths, starting with the sun in the center of the earth. And bringing that energy up through your feet, your chi center, your heart center, top of your head, our sun, central sun. Great, and claiming your I am cord, the gift from God, the love and the kindness that you have been gifted with to express with your own personalities, your own special ways. And let's put a grounding cord right there in the center of the earth where those two beautiful cords connect. And put a little copper around it for some flexibility and a little more movement. There you go. And now, with your presence on the planet, and always make sure you do this before you establish things in the new world in your heart. I am on planet Earth. I am here to share love and blessings with our world and myself and my friends and my neighbors and all those magical people around the world I haven't met yet. Whew. And let's take you walking down a path, and there's 4 stones. Oh my goodness. Oh. And what does the first one say? Oh, peace. And you're invited to stand on that stone, and all around you, there's beautiful energy just flowing gently, easily. And as you breathe with that beautiful, peaceful energy, you say, I am peace. And I bring peace to my world. There you go. And then you step off of that stone. And a little further down, there's another stone. And it says love. Oh. And you step up on that stone. And you start to breathe that beautiful breath, opening up all the lungs and being totally heart open to whatever. And the love pours in. Filling that heart, filling your life. And establishing that in your heart as well as the peace. And then you step on that third stone, unity. And you feel that sort of gets a little blurry and everything feels like everything else. And you just let yourself have that sense of, oh, here's where we all come together. Oh, I always see rings of people around our world, and they're all holding together. And they all are one by holding this hand to that hand, to this hand, to that hand. Millions and millions of folks holding. There is one. And love will prevail. And then, of course, the fourth stone, respect. Respect for differences and curiosity goes here. Respect and curiosity go together. When you're curious, it's easy to respect. If you've already made up your mind, respect is difficult. So go back to curiosity and respect. So as we stay there on that beautiful stone. Oh, there's a chair there. You get to sit down. Oh. And just appreciate all the differences. And you look around and you see all the colors of the rainbow, and you see all the animals that are there and all the people who are wandering around that you hadn't even thought about. And you claim respect for your new earth, your new world. And you respect yourself enough to own, I am entitled to my new world, my new earth. I am entitled to create and be. And so refreshed and energized and full of yourselves, you come back to this room and sit down where you're sitting. And oh, you have the urge to take some really nice big breaths and claim your presence right now in this room in this way. I am who I am. And it's okay for me to be and shine and love and savor our life and savor those beautiful beings that pass through every day. Be you who you are is a gift to our world. Thank you. So be it. Blessings to all.